welcome to the Azores! Technically this is day 2 of our trip, but I will catch you up on day 1 back in the car.
Pause right there, Miss Speedy Girl Luggy. I will take you back to the car and we will give you a little chit chat through what we did the day before, and then I will take you back to this walk and explain exactly how we got there and the little trip in the jungle to get up to where the waterfall is, plus the other little bits that I missed, because I missed some other little bits. Of course I did. I'm trying to think back and my memory isn't the greatest, but hold on, I gotcha. Now back to the car.
Hello. As promised, our quick little catch up. Nick is our driver of the trip. We are in our Seat. It is a Seat, isn't it?
Seat Aroma.
A Seat Aroma, which is an okay car. But it's also it's a left-hand drive and you're driving on the opposite side of the road to what we usually drive. So that's why Nick will be the only person driving this car, because there will be no more car if I had to go with it. Anyway, we flew out yesterday morning, very early from Heathrow.
Oh, that smell.
So we are in Furnas at the moment, and if you ever come to Furnas, it is a very distinct smell and look in the air. It's like overcast and foggy everywhere, and the smell is egg?
Eggy. Sulphur.
Yeah, sulphur. I was going to say a mixture of sulphur and poo.
Yeah, it does get a bit.
It's a very harsh smell, which is, the smell doesn't fit the aesthetic of the place, because the place is really beautiful. Everywhere we've been so far has been really beautiful, and it's been unfortunate because the smell really takes away from the aesthetic of all the greenery and nature. Anyway, what did we do yesterday? Oh, I was saying our flight, everything was so easy, quick. Literally, we got into the airport and within 50 minutes we then got our gate.
Onto Rua Padre Afonso Arruda de Quental.
Sorry. We got our gate of where to go and we're on the flight within 50 minutes, and then yeah, it was quick and easy. Even getting out at the
continue for
it's
1
Ponte Delgado, isn't it? Ponte Delgado Airport was so quick and easy. Get in the car was literally just outside the airport, so everything went really too smoothly. Like when things go so well, you think something's going to go bad, but nothing bad happened. And what did we do yesterday? We went straight from the airport to a town. What town did we go to?
Villa de Campo. Well, we went to Viewpoint first over Caleros, I think it was called. Then we went to Villa de Campo, I think it's called.
Which is a little bit of a dead man's land.
Yeah.
Compared to what we thought it would be. There was just old men roaming the streets, but the streets were pretty because they were all like stoned and marbled with designs, and everything is I'll show you some pictures, but everything has like marbled names everywhere. Would you call them marbled tiles? Tiled names in the yeah, kind of mosaic in like a blue and white, and then there's lots of images for the Catholic religion because they are big on, I think they are Christians. I think they're Catholic Christians, just from the imagery, because my gran is Portuguese and she is Catholic Christian, and there's lots of Marys and Jesus statues everywhere, and it's beautiful. And then what did we do after that? We then went to the lake.
Yeah.
We went to the lake.
Oh no, we went to that church first.
Oh yeah, we went to the church and then we were just down there, and now we are up by the church. My handsome fella. went to the lake, and the lake was beautiful. It reminded us a lot of when we went to Japan. When you went to Arashima, that's the correct pronunciation. Arashima, where the bamboo forest is, there is a lake there, and it is so picturesque. And that lake, this lake in Azores was, you could literally copies of each other. It was really, really, really beautiful. It was only a 15-minute walk to get down, and then we took the long way to get up. If you're going there, there's no point going the long way. The other viewing points of the lake is not worth it, and it is a lot more treacherous to get back up. I think we could have just got away with going down once and up the same way. We didn't get anything from it.
Not really, no.
No, just do the short loop. And then after that we came to our accommodation, correct?
Yes.
And then we explored Furnas. We went to go and look at calderas. So they have a food that they make underground, and they make it in, what do you call them? Geysers? What?
It's the thermal pools.
They make them in like thermal pools, which I'll show you, which is what is the distinct smell of Furnas, which is that eggy, sulfury, pooish smell. And they make them underground, and I cannot explain to you the heat. Like, it was absolutely crazy to think that we are literally straight next to lava, because that's what you are. It is incredible to see, even though it's dank. And it gets really, really steamy and hot there, which as it would be, because you are next to hot steaming water, which is what it is. But it is incredible to see. Oh no, before that we went to go see the gardens. We went to the Furnas Gardens, and then we walked up to them. It's all in the same area. The most beautiful gardens I've ever seen. And the gardens even had a little what do you call it, like aquarium.
Yeah, an outdoor aquarium.
A little outdoor aquarium. It was so cute. But honestly, the most beautiful gardens I've ever seen. And then we made our way to go see these little hot water pots. And then we had some tea, and then we went to the, what do you call it, thermal springs? What do you call it? Hot springs. We went to the hot springs. And this is something I wish I could go to every single night of my life. It was incredible. It's like in the middle of the jungle. They have these hot springs, and the water is 39 degrees Celsius, and there's different pools that you can go to, each at different heights, and like they had like different themes to them, different like features to them, water features to them, and you can make your way through them. In the middle is a big open like river where you can hear like the rocks crashing down. What's distinct about this water is that it changes color. It stains your skin, it stains your clothing, it stains everything that goes into it. They tell you don't wear any jewelry, don't wear anything that you don't want to be stained. And it stained your clothing. It didn't stain anything on mine.
Yeah, I wore white, so
yeah, Nick had some striped shorts, and it stained that. But it honestly, that was the highlight of the day. That was incredible. How much was it to get in? 16 euros. 16 euros for an hour and a half. But I think an hour and a half was a good time. Yeah. It was a good amount of time, and it was so nice to go there after dinner. It was honestly the perfect way to end the day. We went at night. We actually went when the sun was set. Like, we got a bit of day and night, which was the perfect time to go. And we went at 8:30. So if anybody is around in May time, 8:30 is a great time. But I assume it is extremely busy all the time. It was really busy last night even. It's not overwhelmingly busy that you can't move through the pools. You can. And people kind of separate themselves throughout the pool, so it's not overwhelming. Yeah, it was lovely. And then this morning we woke up and it is overcast and gloomy again, which is why we went to go and see the waterfall.
So I may have missed this beauty of a beach, and asked me how. I have no idea. It's stunning, isn't it? But we went there before we went to the jungle walk for the waterfall. The drive to the jungle bit wasn't too bad, to be honest. Lots of windy roads, which make me feel nauseous, but there was a cool tunnel, and right in the middle of the tunnel was a breakaway, which is where you actually walk through. There it is, the tunnel, and in the middle of that is a lay-by you park in. Yes, a lay-by in the middle of a highway tunnel. You then have to walk through the tunnel, and before you know it, you'll be in the middle of the jungle. To the front left of Nick, you'll see some stairs going down to the jungle. You just have to walk down those stairs and keep right, keep going upwards. It's a 5-10 minute walk and you'll be at the viewpoint. I promise it is well worth it, even through going through the bushy mainland, which I was terrified of. We've walked through the jungle. Nick was made for this. Scout in his heart. Me, absolutely shitting bricks. I'm scared of all wild animals and falling off a cliff. But this guy, 0x given.
We've literally just pulled away from the waterfall that we were at, where we hiked, and we passed on the road and look what we find. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, have you ever? This island is exquisite. Without exaggeration, we are lovely. It's so beautiful, green, luscious. Oh wow. Absolutely the way up there. And now we are going to
See if we can see a viewpoint, or if we're going to be in the clouds.
we are hoping to see a viewpoint of another lake.
No, this is a viewpoint of Furnas.
Oh, a viewpoint of Furnas. But as I said, Furnas is really overcast and stuck in the middle of the clouds, so we probably won't see anything, but it's worth a try. If anyone has been to Madeira, the roads here are exactly the same as Madeira, which is why I am shitting bricks, but that's why we have the experienced racing car driver to take us through. I should actually show you what the roads look like. Furnas is like overcast and gloomy. We literally drove 2 minutes away to go to the waterfall. Everyone's hot and sunny, and you can see there's like spots of hot and sunny. But Furnas as a whole is like windy and gloomy and overcast. A little bit miserable if it was a person. I did say that everything was bright and green, and I wasn't lying. It is honestly so beautiful being in the middle of it, even if it's like overcast and gloomy. It's so beautiful to see so much nature in this picture. It's lovely.
After that very high, very windy, very beautiful viewpoint, we made our way to the Furnas Lake. Our aim was to walk around the lake until we got to the calderas on the other side. Now you might think this is an ordinary lake, quite boring, but in fact it was the opposite. There's lots of cute things to do in between. There's swings to look out for, sculptures that are being made to represent the animals along the island, and honestly it was beautiful. We had a great time.
We're not in Japan. We're in Azores. Welcome to the Azores bamboo forest. As we are now experienced bamboo forest walkers, this is a lot thinner than what we saw in Japan. Oh, little opening. Hello. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. More depth, but smaller. Still very cool.
Did you see what happened there? A little scenery swap. You see, I told you it wasn't boring. Different trees, different scenery, and lots of birds tweeting.
Great. Going to parks. There's loads. Full adventure park. Must open in summer. We made it. We were down there, and now we are here. I can tell you, it is hot. It looks miserable and gloomy, but that is just the aesthetic of Furnas. It is hot to trot, and yes, it does smell eggy again. Let's go explore. This actually looks very different to the ones we were yesterday. Nick and I were trying to figure out how were they cooking it in water, whereas these are like actual domes in the ground, which makes a lot more sense. Because otherwise, what are they doing? They're just boiling it in hot water. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how they cook in the other ones, but these make more sense to me because they like hot holes in the ground that you're cooking in. It is so eggy though. Same smell. Nothing bad. Now we did a lot of research and not once did this come up. So we kept telling them that to view those cocina cooking areas is €3. That means, well, it's actually €3 for parking. And to explore this area, which is rather annoying because we would have just come and done that. We are beyond the waterfalls, as you know. So €3 you get 3 waterfalls. And the price of your parking is definitely worth it. So we are coming down. Do this while you go see those. Not as hot as what we saw yesterday, clearly, because that water was boiling, whereas this is like simmering. And this water is grey. That water wasn't grey yesterday. Just around there in those areas is where they had the little like hot cooking areas. Nick and I royally effed up yesterday. Although Nick is right, they did have a hook to pick out stuff from under the water. But yeah, that's actually where they cook the cocidas. Just have to park here. And the entrance is there. If you want to take the scenery, go that way. That's the way we went. It's much better. There's sculptures and cute things all around. It is just a really nice, chill, beautiful walk. Whereas this way, not so nice. Already. But this way is much quicker. This is about half an hour, whereas that is about an hour. So very nice. I would definitely take the scenic route. There's Sir Nicholas jumping back in the car. We are hoping to get to the top of the mountain for a view before the clouds cover it. Wish us luck.
We did it! We got a viewpoint with no clouds and no wind, and look how beautiful that is. That is the lake we just walked around. It's stunning. After the viewpoint, we made our way to Terra Nostra. So Terra Nostra is beautiful gardens, but what it's well known for, apart from the beautiful hotel that is on the land, is the natural hot springs in the middle. So we are for the natural hot springs, but we get the garden as a little bonus.
As cool as the one yesterday. How warm? What a pate. There's the little jacuzzis down there. Over there. Yeah. Also more expensive than the one yesterday. Still. But this comes with a huge garden which we're going to go explore. On the hunt for some orchids. Looking good so far. What are we going to find? Look at these. Stunning. No, there's still some out in the box. But there's still some. Oh, they're huge. Wow, look at this one. It's beautiful. Can you imagine how this must have looked in like Feb? Flower area. There's not one flower. We are disappointed. Very disappointed. The bamboo area. Not as good as what we saw earlier, but there's some thick boys in there. I will say I'm highly disappointed with the gardens. Do not come in May. Nothing is in bloom. My heart is shattered. Must look so beautiful when it actually has flowers. Antiques in the middle. Maybe it was supposed to be a lion. I don't know. There's all dinosaurs around. Is this a type of dinosaur?
And just like that, that's the end of the Furnas vlog. We loved Furnas. Think Furnas, think green, think forest, think waterfalls, think hot springs, and think a little bit of fog and egg. But it was incredible. We loved every second of Furnas. Now, stay tuned for part 2, where we go to Ribeira Grande and the surrounding areas. Toodaloo for now!